Yo, Goofy, you just ain't putting the shit on, right?
Yeah, that's on me, David.
God, messing with that man.
Man, that's the jam. My nigga that made that bun. He out. $2 million.
He out?
Out on a dog ass.
Oh, that's good.
Boy made a $2 million bun.
What?
He had to come up. He had to get these good. He had to come on with a $500,000.
And get the layup on something.
You better have the fun and John.
Before they cut that action off. Oh, man. That's crazy. Shit. He can't get his discovery that soon. They ain't gonna give him this.
They already told him key one in the back telling.
That ain't discovery, nigga. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It take about 6 months. It take him about 3 to 6 months to get the discovery.
Telephone,
get the telephone
records.
And show him where he was winding money and all that.
He better soak this shit up, man.
He got him 3 to 6 months. He better go drop him about 3-4 albums. He better stay in the club.
You better soak this shit up. Because they don't know what them folks got permeating. Who got them, state or Fed? State
the Fed came and got him, nigga.
That was the Feds or the state?
Feds came and picked him up.
That wasn't the
state? This the Fed, Key One and the Fed. He working with the Feds trying to get out. He want to get back to fucking transit and being in the streets. He ain't with all that, nigga. You partying, you ain't sending no money. That's the thing. That's why nigga.
They trying to get back to the chicks with dicks.
He trying to get back to chick with dicks, and he trying to goddamn me party in the club, and he want.
Man.
And that boy ain't send him no money down there. You know them people get them people on them one. That's a one-time deal, and they forget about them. Ain't got them no lawyer. You start the 200, the down there the 230 that you spent to make bun. You could have put that on Key One and shut him up. Key One probably would have took that. He probably would have rolled it out like that boy Boosie.
Niggas don't be wanting to look out.
What's that boy that took that time for Boosie and probably recant a story like that boy did for Boosie?
Yeah.
God damn me, you could have sunk Key One a 50.
Marlo
You could have pulled a Marlo Mike, but you never know. He might do. Like the game splitter say, he might pull a Marlo Mike. You never know. Shout out to the game splitter.
Oh, man. Cold game, period, though.
It's been a cold game. These niggas just be surprising like Big U. All these niggas be looking stupid. And loose cannon, sweetie pie, these niggas be making all them suggestions and doing all this monkey shit for this camera, and now it's backfiring and it's creaming they done that. Now they act like they don't know what to do. They sitting there hurt. Niggas withdrawing, niggas ain't got their drugs. Niggas used to perkies. They say that boy Brick Baby down there. No, he throwing up because he's a real drug. They say, yeah.
That's a liability.
Feds don't give a fuck about that. Your buck ass for the tell us the information.
Zaire. To the infirmary, it'll be all right.
Nah, Zaire, you can die here. You know, the shit people in jail don't give a damn about you. This ain't the juvie.
You gotta get on that dough.
You can get on the dough all you want. This that big boy there. This ain't no juvie shit.
He gotta get on that dough.
You can be on the dough all day. Nigga had be back there dead before them people come back there.
You better get on the dough before he loses his energy.
Man down.
He better get on the dough before he loses his energy. Kick. Hey. He better get on.
He do better hit his head on the toilet bowl and just knock himself out. Nigga,
they go to sleep
because they not coming.
They ain't trying to see about it, nigga.
They'll let that nigga. This how they'll do. Whatever happened to you on this shift.
Yeah. They'll let the next shift catch you and fire you.
It's 1:28 the boy. They'll let the next shift at 6 o'clock. You'll be on that ground 5 hours and some change, nigga, before they come get you up. Yeah, be there. The people don't give a fuck, nigga. They down there fucking and sucking and tricking and you know how that shit go, nigga. They just busted.
They be fucking each other on the job.
They fucking on the job and fucking inmates and other, man, all type of shit goes on.
Yeah, it's wild in the motherfucker.
That's a whole nother world, man. They saying goddamn me in Beaumont, what's that prison Styles unit? Them boys found $2 million worth of tune stashed already on the unit. Like, nigga already got it planted in there.
We say $2 million worth of tune. How the fuck that work? Tune.
That fake weed.
I know that. I'm just saying. How that work? How the fuck they in possession of $2 million?
Because the law's probably been bringing it in every day or every 4 he worked. He just bring big back. And my nigga, that had to be like a captain or
$2 million worth of tune.
They stacking up on it because it never.
How these niggas go to work? They got jobs to do on, like, Them niggas don't work on
Them
styles.
niggas working, my nigga, full of
Even
tune.
full
At
of
work. At work, full of tune, my nigga. Niggas gonna work. And the law, no,
Man,
they
them niggas be climbing the wall, rolling on the floor,
boy, they
tripping
took a
off
whole,
of the
boy, they
tune.
took a whole toilet off the thing, the whole zinc. How you take a whole zinc off the thing?
I mean, how can you be an inmate and you got $2 million worth of tune in the building? Like,
Well, shit, that's for the Big U and them finna be hustling and now getting the tune in, and Yellow Beezy and them. They might well start sending some packs in right now. Shit.
everybody can't get in the game, huh?
Nah, everybody can't get in the game.
Everybody, it ain't no open air market like that. Shit, you think the streets is dangerous trying to step on toes and hustling. Nigga better not show his ass up fresh and brand new in 2025 trying to get in the hustle game on lock, nigga. You ain't rubbing shoulders with the right people.
Yeah.
Your motherfucking ass, you gonna get stabbed.
You ain't gonna get stabbed. They gonna send you to the cat cut. They gonna get you off the unit. They
they
gonna
ain't
get you off the unit.
Yeah, for real, you right.
If
if I can't get you out the unit, then I'll stick you. But
if you playing hard roll and you got some niggas that's bagging you up, then we'll put that blade on you.
Yeah.
But they first thing is to work with the police, because if you moving that much drugs, you got to be in with the police.
That makes sense.
So them niggas gonna put them
It
people
makes
on.
sense. Yeah, get him out of here. He fucking up our buddy, not just my buddy. He fucking up our buddy. I get what you said.
Gonna get them up out of there.
That'll be the first play instead of just.
And a nigga like Yellow Beezy and them, they gonna feed off him like you say, cause he'll rap with them Dallas niggas wherever he go.
Yeah, he's got a target on them regardless. My nigga, the nigga that does something to somebody prominent, you think the people don't have favors, like people that?
Everybody they favor Mode 3 over at him.
So, being able to exploit somebody is one thing, but at some point where you're not able to, shit, you become a target
yourself.
Period. You become just absolutely a target.
Them niggas don't have to go to PC. You see how they did John Gotti? They fed his own people, fed him to the black, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And was playing like they were down for him and was breaking bread with each other.
Shouldn't have been in there with their racist shit.
Nah, they told that nigga, ain't no Italians in here, boy. Who you riding with? You already know they don't like niggas, them Italians in the world, so he wasn't gonna fuck with no nigga. And he wasn't gonna fuck with the Mexicans, because they look at the Puerto Ricans as spics, what they call them and shit. So he gonna join with the white boy playing on them. Y'all ain't our kind. Y'all don't like.
The thing is, the Italians don't even recognize other Spanish people. Nah. People that are Latin or Spanish, Hispanic, ethnic groups. The Spanish from Spain, the Italians, the Portuguese, the Sicilians, all the people over there in that part of the world, they don't recognize them folks that's cross the border, that speak their language, that being conquered by the Portuguese and Spanish. They don't recognize them as brethren. They recognize them as subordinate slaves that's been exploited by their foreparents.
Who you talking about, the Italians? That's how
the Italians look at these people from South America.
Yeah.
People in South America of Spanish and Latin ancestry, they don't recognize them as brethren.
Yeah.
They don't. They can't. They just because they speak Spanish don't mean they could go to Spain over in Europe and be like, "Hey, my brother." They'll shove them in the face and find a way to kill them. The fuck them. Them people don't accept people. They can't go over there. If you think about it, there's never been an effort of them having some kind of patriation over to that country, to that continent of Europe, Spain, the country of Spain, over in the continent of Europe. South American Spanish people can't go over there and find no
camaraderie,
kinship or camaraderie with them people. Them people ain't biting on that shit. And
that's why John Gotti
it's vice versa too. I mean, they can't come over, they can't go down there and find nothing. They gonna make sure they let them know that, nigga, we different.
Yeah.
Y'all was our colonizers. Y'all colonized us. You know.
So that's why John Gotti had to go get with the white boys, and they wasn't feeling them. So they played on them, made that nigga pay $100,000 a month.
White folk ain't let Italians claim to be white until like the 1920s or 19 teens.
Man, say them Italian niggas really black.
That's why they call them Spics and Guineas. Guinea is an African, New Guinea is African. That's because the Moors went over to Spain and were fucking and made a lot of offsprings and different children over there, and the generations over centuries have changed. The bloodline changed. So they didn't recognize them as Anglo-Saxon people, Caucasian people. The Caucasian and Anglo-Saxon man was the one that always exalted itself as the white supremacists that have the benefit of white supremacy in the Americas, South and North. So the Latino boy was in last place trying to reach for recognition for being white. And they eventually said, yeah, you get a green light. And the Italian boy able to say he white. You know, just like the Hispanic. The Latino, the Mexican,
they white. They
all of them people from them places down there in South America, they could claim white, and that's why a lot of them, majority of them, voted for Trump, thinking that they was gonna find some favor in they little goofy ass deeds. But Trump reminded them like, no. See, this is why that boy named Aaron Pines always say, you need to know where you at. Know your history. You need to know where you at. And y'all done set up there over there in Mexico. Texas done fought with Mexico over all the way down to the Alamo and crushed them and took and made Texas theirs away from Mexico and continued to patronize slavery. When Mexico was leading the charge amongst that war with Texas and different southern territories of Mexico, border areas, where they was trying to keep the possession of them lands, because Vicente Guerrero, their president back in 1923, I believe it was. I'm sorry, 1823. I'm sorry, 1823. He was like, man, we outlawed slavery in the territory of Mexico, but it was functioning before he got in there. And as the president, he's what they call Negrito. He Afro-Latino. He got in office and he outlawed slavery. And that's what led to Texas being like, hey man, nah, fuck all that. We gotta become an independent. We gotta have a revolution. Like, nah, we gotta get away from there. This ain't no motherfucking Mexican territory no more. They trying to make us outlaw slavery now. So they tried to do it in Florida too, where the Seminoles down in Florida, they they was whooping on American military and shit. Like
Yeah.
they sent Andrew Jackson, President Andrew Jackson, sent soldiers down there to whoop on niggas in Florida that didn't want to be slaves. Them niggas was squabbling like a motherfucker. The Seminole Indians. Seminole mean runaway slave. That's what Seminole mean. They wasn't necessarily a Indian tribe. They title of their group of fugitives from slavery. They called them Seminoles. The United States government Seminoles, and they ended up going to Oklahoma. Some of them went down into Mexico, but a lot of them went to Oklahoma doing the Trail of Tears, and they started. They founded the communities throughout Tulsa, Oklahoma, and many parts of Oklahoma where the white boy came and killed them people and during the Tulsa riot, where the niggas was building up, had airports, niggas had hospitals, colleges, their own schools, flourishing, doing just fine without the white folk in their bed. And white folk got mad, like, you see that nigga over there? Huh? You see that nigga? I don't like that nigga. Motherfucker just started some shit all over some nigga that's supposed to have bumped into a white woman on a grain elevator. And
that was
the United States government used their airplanes to drop bombs on their community. So our United States government is complicit in demolishing that black community up there. And they still won't make right what they done wrong. And there's probably only 2 or 3
people left.
Different survivors from that era.
Man, they was killing everybody. They was just, they try to wipe out the whole time.
Well, if you just think about it, the United States government won't even recognize they're wrong.
They ain't gonna recognize. They know they wrong.
The United States government recognize and make right when they do wrong by others.
They black.
That's
know. Why they don't never make right.
They don't.
They
never
feel
make
like
right
they
with
never. They don't want to make. But that's why they go through what they go through, and goddamn, we still overlooking and shine them and pass them. God gonna have us in our good grace, but they ain't got to. Hey man, they love, like when we ask for reparation or what, it's always we begging, get off your ass. But y'all done gave everybody else they shit. Y'all ain't told them now one time that
you can't beg when you been your ancestors, your foreparents done been violated. Ain't no statute of limitation on murder. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done robbed and took land.
That wasn't even out there.
Nah, the thing is, y'all came over here and waged a war against a lot of the natives and then act like we wasn't the natives.
Nah, when it took some niggas from Africa and then put us with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm telling you. With them. We was our people.
Yeah, we
already had left from the Africans and been here and settled a long time ago. Yeah, niggas was already had been here.
Yeah,
you went and
they reclassified us
and told us we weren't natives.
Yeah, on paper.
I know exactly what you saying.
And one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, what make it all relevant and true is what we speaking right now, is because they kept record.
Yeah, they got records of this shit.
If it wasn't true, they wouldn't have record of it.
Yeah.
It'll just be what they say so.
Right. But they got
they kept record of it because you can't just have this shit without some kind of proof of the deeds. A deed of land ain't just a document. It's the proof of what occurred to acquire the land. A deed.
Right.
What is the deed? The deed read what you paid for it, what labor you might have administered for it to be parlayed over into your hand, what treaty you might have arrived at to acquire the land, and what you swapped out or bartered or traded for the land. The deed is a depiction of that bill of sale or transfer of property. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what's the deed? What did y'all do? Y'all wage war. We didn't want a war. We didn't want to keep fighting with you niggas. Goddamn, you want to stay right here? All right, here. Goddamn. We'll go move over there. All right. Okay.
Then you
They
go over
moved. They moved and displaced a lot of people. Some folks went up to Canada. Some folks went and ran on reservations, reserved land that the government outlined for displaced natives. Then they went to their paperwork and started reclassifying all of the natives that were of darker hue and darker flesh as Negro and not Native Americans or Indians. They took us and said, nah, y'all Negro, y'all Negro, y'all Negro. Just because they brought a few motherfuckers from Africa, and majority of the people that come from Africa got dropped off in Brazil and in the Caribbean.
Yeah, they didn't really come to the
They ain't come up here to the North American territories of the Americas continent. But we was already here, so they just reclassified us, waged war against us, made a law called the Fugitive Slave Act because the nigga wasn't used to being no slave. You wouldn't have had to make a law called the Fugitive Slave Act. We wasn't used to being bought and sold. So it made sense for us to break those chains and burn the fuck off. And then how we know our way around here, all that North Star, you gotta look at the North Star and know to run from the south to the north. Can't nobody patronize that right now today. Niggas just knew they way around their homeland.
Yeah, it was
We already knew our way around here, so stop that. The North Star, that's for a merchant marine. That's for a motherfucker that's a ship captain. If you on the water, you use the North Star and you get a sextant. And you it's a certain device you use to line up with the North Star, and you able to navigate the high seas, not the land, motherfucker. We knew our way around here already. We ain't use no North Star. They tell us that goofy shit. Like, nah, that's for maritime. That's for the high seas. That ain't for the land. Motherfucker knew how to get from the north to the south to the east to the west because we been here. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. But along with that, we learned that up north, white boys had a different sentiment towards slavery. So that's why folks burn out from down here and go up there and get their wits about themselves and come back and get their people. Or go and make grievance to a certain establishment to make a change. And nobody never addressed slavery in this country. The Civil War was fought because the South was making too much fucking money with their free labor. And Abraham Lincoln was like, man, I wish I could let y'all keep y'all slaves, but like y'all making too much money, my nigga. Like you niggas is y'all gonna be y'all own nation outside of what we trying to establish. So I'm finna come kick y'all in y'all ass about that shit. It ain't about the slavery shit. It's just about respecting my authority. And the South was like, I'm not gonna respect your authority. I'm gonna secede from the nation. We're gonna be the Confederate. Fuck you, Union men. Y'all the Union, the United States Union, whatever you want to call it, cocksucker. We're the Confederate. Get out my face. And it wasn't about slavery. It was about respecting my authority. The South didn't want to respect their authority. So since they didn't, they started squabbling. And amongst they squabble, white folk was coming up dead on both sides. And then the Union was finna lose. There wasn't gonna be a United States. There was gonna be a Confederate, and there was gonna be a different territory of the United States that didn't have the same camaraderie with one another. They was gonna be butting heads like they always did over in Europe. They're a warlistic class of motherfuckers. So shit, they said fuck that shit. You know what? Abraham Lincoln say, man, I'ma free you niggas if y'all go to war and squabble with us, cause we getting whooped. And a lot of the black niggas, hey, I sign up. They raised their hand. Who want to come fight in the Confederate? Me. Me, the movie Glory. You seen the movie?
Nah, I ain't watching.
The movie Glory depicted, but I mean the stories is in abundance in books. But however, the movie Glory depicted very well. But however, Abraham was like, man, I'ma free y'all. Like, that's all I can really give y'all. I'ma break bread. Y'all get a check, but it's gonna be it's gonna be a bullshit. I ain't gonna pay you what I pay the white boy because I believe in white supremacy. Oh shit, bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga. Abraham Lincoln believed in white supremacy. He believed the white man was better than the nigga, but he still needed the nigga.
Yeah.
So
that's how
he say, I'm gonna let y'all squabble. That's how black people was able to fight in the Civil War, because the Union, the feds, who are the feds, Washington, D.C. It wasn't D.C. then. I think it was over in Philadelphia. The capital was in Philly somewhere.
Philly or South Carolina, one of them.
No, it was Philly, I believe.
Man, it was one of them, because they blew up the White House. Set the nigga house.
It was Philly. Fuck what they blew up. That could have been a nigga house. It wasn't the capital.
No, it was South Carolina or Philly, one of them two.
It wasn't the capital.
All right, fine.
It wasn't the capital.
All right, man.
The capital was in Philly.
We finna get at y'all, man. We been out here 27 strong. Get at us, man. Don't leave us alone. Holler at us.